Oh my gosh, I did it. Oh, you have no idea the excitement of this moment. I I want to tell you that have you ever tried to do something that's like so simple? You know it's so simple. You do it over and over and over again, and for whatever reason, you're like missing one small thing. You don't know what it is. I literally have been trying to go live on this software since last year. I've been on with the help desk a million times. I mean, I'm a little bit techy. This is like crazy. I'm like, what is going on? I am going to create my own training for the software because I love the software. Oh, and it works. Let me spread the love here. Hang on one second. I am so happy. That is amazing. Okay. Oh, I wonder if I can. All right, we're rocking and rolling. Get my stuff together. All right, as always, we have an amazing topic of conversation for the day. So this one is sick of posting and praying, right? A lot of you are posting and praying, wishing and hoping that everything is going to convert. So here's the content that converts. We're going to talk about that today. I have a lot of noise going on outside of my window. If you are on and you see this, thumbs up. Let me see if anybody can hear. Okay, I'm not going to stress myself out. This is why I go live in Zoom, because Zoom, I live in a city and there are so many noises, and it really does a semi-decent job, better than my phone or anything else I've tried, of hiding the background noise. Anyway, all right. So if you are showing up online consistently, you're posting, you're doing all the right stuff, right? But you're still hearing crickets. Your problem probably isn't frequency if you're already doing it. If you're already doing the do, it's probably not frequency, right? It's connection. It's really getting people to hear you and see you and have them feel heard and seen. And it's funny because I did a video the other day, and after I edited it, I had somebody that knows me get on it, and he was like, this really shows your expertise, but it doesn't show your personality. It doesn't show like the love that you have, the passion that you have for helping people. And so you want to be careful in that fine line, right? A lot of times we are editing or we're using AI to help us do it. You don't want to cut out you. You have to be in there. Your stories have to be in there. A lot of you need to be in there to create that connection. And that gets complicated. But there's a lot of ways to still be able to do that with AI. That's one of the things I definitely help my clients with in my program, Clients on Repeat, because we want to be able to do it all. We want to be able to do it faster, but we still want to be authentic. We still want to sound like ourselves. And it's really, really, really important. All right. So we're going to talk about how to go from posting and praying to creating that content that really creates conversations. You want to have more conversations, connections, and ultimately clients. That's what we're all after, right? So no gimmicks, no guesswork, just clarity. And clarity is, noise is really loud. Hold on one second. Clarity is something that you really want to take a better look at in every single thing that you do, because I'm in a different project right now. And one of the problems of people moving forward is they don't have enough clarity. I'm not in charge of it. Somebody else is in charge of this project. And that's one of the things that needs to happen for them to work on, is to get that clarity so that people feel it. I want you to feel that clarity when I speak. I want you to hear it and understand what I'm talking about. But I also want you to feel that clarity when you speak about what you do. And that is really, really, really important. So if you don't have the clarity, guaranteed your people don't have clarity. So anyway, you want to get that clarity, conversations and content that really just feel like you. And that's really important. Sometimes we'll use AI and then we're like, I don't even agree with that. So you want to change that. You want to know, like what you agree with, what you stand on, the hill that you stand on, that type of stuff. You want to be able to change that. And if you use AI a lot and you have those conversations back and forth, you can mold it to, what you think and what you believe. That really, really, really helps. All right. So we're going to talk about why your content is not converting. So we already talked. If you're not posting consistently, this probably doesn't even apply to you, right? That's the very first step, is post consistently, because you don't know what's working and what's not if you're not consistent in what you're doing. You have to have like a not a framework, a foundation to start on, and then you can go back and look at those black holes. Again, that is what we do in clients on repeat, because a lot of people are like, but this isn't working. This isn't working. People do that with ads all the time. Well, they're not giving it the full shot. They want to do, $2 ads, $5 ads, whatever it is, the gimmick that they hear, but they don't realize that you have to do $5 ads for a long time to get it dialed in. So set those expectations ahead of time in what you're doing. And same thing with your posting. You have to post consistently for a while to really like start getting movement. If you're sharing tips, value, and maybe even going live every now and then, but you're still not getting the traction you need, again, it's a combination of all of the things. One of them is, right, the clarity and the conversations that you're starting. So you're probably doing everything right and you're still not getting those leads. Here is a why. Let's talk about the things that I see that are going wrong. So the first mistake is your content is too safe. It's just like everybody else's. It's Googleable. That is going to be, if that is a word, it's not, write it down. That is the thing. And that is going to continue to be a thing more and more and more. If you can do content that is not Googleable, then you're going to start winning a lot more. Why? Because it's different. It's unique. It's, how do you make that happen? Well, you use you, right? You use your stories, you use things that happen. And it doesn't have to be, clients. It can be real life stories that you bring into what you do. That'll help you not sound like everybody else. Just going live on video. I mean, there's zero possibility you're going to go by this video and think, that is, somebody else. Like, it's clearly me, right? So if there are 5 people doing the same thing and everybody's saying the exact same thing, just going live and letting them hear your voice and your ums and your ahs and your laugh or whatever it is, that helps people build that connection, right? Helps you not sound like everybody else. But if you never take a stance or trigger any emotion, then you are making a mistake. You definitely want to do that. And I clarify this every single time, because a lot of coaches came out and started telling people to be very controversial. They don't mean for you to start fights in in your content or political or religious like discussions. That's not what this, unless that's what you do, right? Just like the cat video. Don't go viral with the cat video unless it's what you do. What that means is, in your field, in your industry, that's where you want to have this, that's where you want to make the stance. So, God, what was one that was earlier? Somebody was saying, oh, okay. So back in the day, we'll talk about this actually later. So we're going to come to this example, but back in the day, one of the big things was call out your people. I'm going to show you a little bit of a different way that I believe works better now than that. Doesn't mean you can't do that. And certainly in writing or something else, like maybe you should in some like sales or sales copy, something like that, maybe you should. But in a lot of instances, reels, videos, that type of thing. You don't actually have to do that, and you still get your point across. We'll talk about that later. Anyway, mistake number 2, teaching too much. One of my big ones. I love teaching. It's fun. I think as coaches, we want to help. We want to teach people. It's who we are, what we do. So you want to be able to still be you by helping and teaching and giving advice. But you also have to add, I should say, and you need to make sure that you're creating desire, right? Why would they want to work with you? You need to be adding that into what you're doing. Why would they want to work with you? So if it feels like a course instead of a connection, you want